Hi, Pam DuBois with DMV Real Estate. We're so happy and grateful that you've joined us today. My special guest today is Charlie Mann with Celestial Manna. And Charlie actually does a lot of different charities in the area, and we're going to share that with you. And how it ties into real estate is that basically if you have a seller that's thinking about putting their home on the market and they have things that they need to get rid of before they put it on the market, Charlie and his team will come in and help you with those items. Charlie, first tell us a little bit about yourself and how the organization got started.
Well, I'll be glad to, and thank you for the opportunity to join you today. Well, Celestial Manna is made up of many facets, which we'll build into. But we started back 32 years ago when my own family was in need. And I was teaching in a private school, teaching foreign languages, and I had recently moved into the Montgomery County area. Well, lo and behold, we didn't realize that the cost of living in the Metro DC area was so high. Well, we found that we had to sacrifice certain areas of our financial life, and we made a decision that we would cut some corners, but we did need to eat. So I went into markets, and the markets were so delighted to see me because I was able to pick up food not only for myself, but for many other families. And what resulted is today we're feeding over 10,000 people a month through donations that we receive from different markets, caterers, etc.
Right. They're involved in a lot of different organizations in the DMV area and also out of the country. One of the organizations, Victims of Human Trafficking. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, this started as a result of learning of the needs, and particularly in Baltimore City. We have an outreach where we go to the block and we are actually rescuing women from the block and trying to rehabilitate them. Now notice I use the word try. Some of them, their needs are so desperate, and sometimes we'll get them to a point where they're on their way, and out of their familial needs they wind up back out on the streets. But many of them turn away from the lifestyle that they've been involved in, and we steer them in the right direction.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing. You have several different organizations that you actually help, and we're just so happy to have you here because of that. Also, Wounded Warriors Project.
Yes. We had started with the Fisher House in Bethesda, Maryland. That was one of our outreaches, and then we've branched off into the military bases, Fort Meade, Fort Belvoir, Fort Detrick, and a couple of others that are local. And what we do as well, something just opened up. We're in California as of 2 weeks ago, where we're providing food to military that are on limited incomes. And we pick up food at markets, take it to the bases, and they're distributed to the people that are in need.
Wow. Do you have anything local that's coming up in the next month?
It's ongoing.
It's ongoing.
It's ongoing.
Constantly ongoing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's something that we do all the time.
And then also homeless shelters.
Oh,
you
yeah.
With homeless shelters.
We work with numerous homeless shelters. Goody Drive in Rockville, Maryland. We have others scattered throughout the metropolitan area. Battered women's shelters as well. And what we do primarily is we take food to them, and they distribute the food or cook the food for the people that are in the housing. As well, we provide clothing, shoes, etc. to people that are in these facilities.
That's amazing. That's a lot of work. All these different organizations you have going on.
Yes.
And then you've got the battered women's shelter.
Yeah, which I mentioned. And it's similar to what we do with the homeless.
Yeah. And tell me about the senior citizens.
That is something as I'm approaching, maybe I have approached that age, I don't know. I don't feel like I have. But we do a lot with people that are on fixed incomes. Either they're on a fixed pension or they're on Social Security. And some of them don't even have either. And we find out about these people through either congregations or networking with people who know people. And we give them whatever resources they need. One of the things that's been a real joy, and if you look at our website, celestialmanna.org, it will show you some pictures in our gallery of the people that we give flowers to. It brings joy to them as they're in their situations.
Different, Mother's Day coming up this weekend too. So
we'll
you guys are probably busy.
On that.
Yeah, really busy. So as far as items in the home, let's talk about that. If the seller has property that they're getting ready to put on the market and they have items, what kind of items would you actually pick up or take care of? Are there any limits on the items?
Well, let's put it this way. I don't want any schlocky stuff because then it becomes my garbage to get rid of. But if you have nice items, nice clothing, no holes in it, clean, of course we want that. We take household goods. We call it America's throwaways are the treasures to all the people that we're able to provide. The resources too. We will take virtually anything. One of the things that we do as of a year ago, and if you take note of this sign and if you can see the telephone number on there, you can give a call if anybody has a vehicle. That could be a plane, a four-wheel on the road, a car, truck, or it could be a boat, which was recently donated to us.
Oh, nice.
So if you have anything that's usable and we can get it in the hands of somebody that could utilize it, you may get in touch with us.
Okay. And do you have any special hours as far as when someone can call you, what time?
The preferences for this, for the car program, they can call virtually any time. For our other items, I would prefer that a message could be left on our phone, which we don't answer at night, and you can leave one on the voicemail, or during the daytime from 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock on the number that will be projected shortly on our banner.
Right. What about as far as pickup times and things like that? Are you 2 weeks out, a month out? How soon can you pick up things from the
We'd
property?
like to have a good week's foreknowledge before, so that we can plan. And if people are capable, it would be lovely for you to make way to get it to us. But that doesn't always work, so we will adjust according to your needs.
That's great. That's great. I mean, it's amazing because someone else's, and I don't want to say junk, but someone else's, maybe something that they don't want can be someone else's treasure.
Definitely.
So definitely don't throw anything away. Just give Charlie a call and he'll be able to help you declutter. They were very good in helping me with my mom's home and taking a lot of things and donating to charity, which was great. It was for a good cause. So I really am very appreciative of everything you've done. We're going to take a break and we will be back soon. We are going to talk now about some testimonials that Charlie has. Moving forward, just tell us, some good things that's happened.
All right. Well, there are a lot of them. When you're dealing with 10,000 people, there's so many to try to pull from. One particular one comes to mind. A family of three, abandoned woman and two children, had no resources. The woman was struggling desperately to get from point A to point B. Wow. We learned about her. We gave her a vehicle. The vehicle worked very well for a season,
Yeah.
and it met the family's needs. They had no food, no income, virtually no resources, and Celestial Manna undergirded their needs for quite some time. This same person, this is the beauty of helping others. This person was receiving and did not want to only receive, but wound up giving to dozens upon dozens of other people in similar situations.
Oh, wow. That's great. That's really great. Now, I know you do DMV, DC, Maryland, and Virginia, and I saw, do you also do outside the country?
Yes, we do. A lot of the clothing, medical supplies, canned goods, toys, household goods, those type of things have often gone to El Salvador. They've gone to Dominican Republic, Sierra Leone,
Wow.
Ethiopia. Great. I have one story I'd love to share with you if you don't mind.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah.
We had, back in the days when jeans were very hard to get in the former Soviet Union, we gathered up 120 pairs of jeans, and we were able to rescue a family of 4 to fly out of Russia.
Oh, wow.
And they were able to go to Israel, where they started a new life through the black market of selling the jeans.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was many years ago.
Wow.
We have other stories similar to that.
Yeah, I bet you have a lot of stories, because there's so much good in everything that you do. It's amazing.
It's a joy that we love to do it.
Yeah, it's great. How long have you been doing it?
Well, we've been doing it since 32 years.
Wow,
yeah.
That's a long time, and you continue to go. God bless you. That's
My
awesome.
heart and soul's in it.
And what has inspired you? How did you actually get started in doing it? You did tell us how you got started. What's your inspiration, I should say?
Well, now it's way beyond my own needs, because we've gotten our act together in our own family. Of course, my 4 children and 6 grandchildren have gone their own ways.
Wow.
But it's now just my wife and myself, and we're inspired. I have to say, God is the inspiration to everything we do. Scriptures talk very clearly about giving and giving unto others, and how it will come back to you multiplied. And when we get it back, in whatever form it is, we find that we can give more to others. So I have to say the Lord is my inspiration for everything we do. And of course, there's a personal joy that keeps me going. I don't think you've seen a frown on my face. That's genuine. It's something, I have a joy in me that keeps me going to do well for others.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really good. I love that. What about volunteers? How many volunteers do you have? Do you ever need volunteers?
Yes to both. Okay. We need volunteers in different capacities, and I want to expound on that. But we have 200 volunteers that are addressing the food issues. Rescuing food is not an easy process, and you need to be called to do it. Yeah. Many people come on board and say, "Hallelujah, I want to help you, rah, rah, rah." Yeah. And all that air comes out of them after doing it a couple of times, some people, and they lose that so-called joy that they initially had. Yeah. You need to be dedicated. You need to be called to continue this type of work. And we've been very blessed to have over 200 people that have been doing it for many, many years.
On a consistent basis.
Consistently, yes. And then as far as the needs, it's not always about the food or the tangible items. We need a presence on Facebook, Twitter, and all those other things that I don't know much about. We do have a Facebook presence on Celestial Manna if you would like to take a look at it. We have a website that's under reconstruction, and that's celestialmanna.org. We need people to help in that capacity. We need grant writers. We need people that can help us do the administrative parts of our outreach and ministry. As well, we need people to help us with data input. We have a process where people can give us their information. That's how we know we're feeding 10,000 people a month. But we want to be able to expand on that with the data intake and input.
Yeah, so if you have technical skills, anything like that, besides volunteering your time and, calling to pick up things, I'm sure Charlie would be, very much appreciative.
I'd like to share one thing that I didn't touch on. This is a great need that we have. We have been in need for a warehouse where we can store all the donations. Many of you might recall Sanford and Son show. If you were to go to my home a few years ago, you would have seen Sanford and Son replicated in my form. We have purchased rental properties, rental warehouses, storage units for the last few years. And that takes a lot of money that we do not have. And we would love to be able to have a facility where we could house when food breaks down in a store or refrigeration freezes breaks down in a particular market or whatever, that we can take that stuff and put it in a walk-in. Right now we don't have that. So our volunteers have to go on as Minutemen, rescue the food, distribute the food immediately. And it's not the most equitable way in distribution. We'd like to be able to reach more people through that. As far as the clothing, we'd like to offer more dignity in the way we hand out things. We'd like to be able to have it on coat racks and be able to show it instead of putting it in banana boxes and have a free-for-all. We'd like to make our presence a lot more presentable.
Yeah, there's a huge need. Yeah, so if you have time, if you know anyone that's thinking about volunteering, how would they actually get in touch with you?
Well, over there on the screen, if you can focus in on that, I don't know, but we have a telephone number where you can reach me. Get ready.
Yeah.
Get ready to write it down.
Yeah.
240-350-1456, or you can write to contact@celestialmanna.org, or you can look at our Facebook page, and you might write a message on the Facebook page for Celestial Manna.
Yeah. Do you have any specific times that you need people right now?
How about you give me a call and we can work something out. The times vary based upon the different needs that we have.
Okay.
So that's something we can address when you call me at 240-350-1456.
Okay. And again, real estate agents, like if you're getting ready to put a property on the market and you've got so many things in the property that the seller is trying to get rid of and declutter or whatever, Charlie's here available, and they are so quick. He's got the nicest set of people that'll come in and just help you. No questions asked. They're just really awesome group of people to be with and to help you declutter and take care of your real estate properties before you put it on the market. So we thank you so much for your time today. We are always grateful and thankful that you've taken the opportunity to come out and spend some time with us. We're going to be back here again next Wednesday from 1:30 to 2 o'clock. And again, check us out on Facebook. We'll be updating you. We've got some great stuff coming up this week in Virginia. So we look forward to seeing you again and checking us out on Facebook. And Charlie, any final words you want to say?
Well, I want to thank you, first of all, for giving me the opportunity.
You're very welcome.
And please don't hesitate. You might not have any needs right now, but put down the contact information. Sometime in the future, you'll want me.
Yeah,
you'll need me.
yeah, definitely. Because going through as a real estate agent, you're always looking for somebody to come by and pick up things, and you're available very quickly. He does a great job, with all his volunteers coming by really quickly and picking up things really quickly. And thank you again for visiting us and seeing us today, and we will see you again on Wednesday at 1:30. Have a great rest of the week. Enjoy your weekend. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.